What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes. Another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey guys, today is 9/11. Feel free to pay homage and memory to all the victims from the 9/11 airplane terrorist attack that happened in New York City so many years back. But we're not here to talk about that today. You guys know the big chunky wungy is going to be the debate between Kamala Harris and Trump. I'm going to let you guys know all of like the big things that got talked about, all the memes, all the funniest moments, all the weirdest moments, some of the legitimate claims that are being made on both sides of the parties. Just a quick TLDR with a little bit of funsies wrapped inside as well. But first, let's get some of the smaller topics out of the way, including this. The price tag for the Sony PlayStation Pro got announced, and oh my freaking god, I hope you guys have your wallets ready. It came in at a whopping $700. If you guys got that kind of money in your pocket for you guys to get an upgraded version of the PlayStation 5. For everything you need to know, it's going to be available November 7th, 2024. The pre-order starts September 26th. The text, it includes a 2TB SSD, a DualSense wireless controller, then a copy of Astro's Playroom pre-installed in every PlayStation 5 Pro purchase. The PS5 Pro is available as a diskless console, with the option to purchase the currently available disc drive for PlayStation 5 separately. So, if you want to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro for the whopping price of $700, you have to pay for the disc drive separately. And also, the stand is also sold separately as well. What's on everybody's mind right now is that nobody freaking cares. Because there's not enough games to justify this price tag for the PlayStation 5. Plus, if you guys are PC owners like myself, then there's no reason to drop like $800, $900 on the PlayStation 5 when you can quite literally put like $1,000 to get yourself a nice PC rig to play all of the games that are on Xbox and PlayStation and have access to the internet and have a full ass computer at the same time. Everybody is upset, and justifiably so. If you even come to the actual video here by PlayStation, it has 140,000 dislikes compared to 90,000 likes here on the video. People are just like, no, brother, we're not paying this much money. Inflation is too high. We're not getting paid enough to basically buy a more expensive version of the PlayStation 5. It's just not worth it. And that's it. I think there's really not much to add to this except for the fact that I'm pretty sure Sony is going to lose so much money over this. Okay, there's just literally no incentive to buy this system whatsoever. Okay, Sony isn't swimming in IPs like Nintendo Switch is. When they went to Nintendo Switch Pro, Nintendo can charge whatever they want for the Switch Pro because they got all the IPs in the world, and you can't play their games. Well, you can play their games on the PC, but technically you can't play their games on the PC, right? It's exclusive. And you just gotta wait a couple months and maybe get spoiled, but you can play all their games eventually. It's the market is dying out, and if PlayStation 5 really wants to stay in this market, not only do they need to lower their prices, but in my opinion, they need to make better games. But yeah, that's the Sony PlayStation 5 Pro that I think nobody is going to buy. Also, this is a pretty big deal, okay? Cat alert for all of you guys. Kittens, everyone has a kittens. You guys know me. I just recently got my boy Chase, and you guys know Andy as well. Let me go find them really fast, okay? But there are some freaking cat self-cleaning litter boxes out there right now that are killing cats. And in case you guys know any pet owners, if you are a fur dad or a fur mom, or you got some fur babies, okay, I recently just bought a new litter box, and I have a feeling that one of the ones I bought might be one of the ones that are on this video, and these things are basically killing and decapitating kittens. This video that dropped a couple days ago called "The Deadly Self-Cleaning Litter Boxes That Have Flooded the Market" is trending like worldwide at this point, and everyone's reacting to it because, to spread awareness, just in case you got cats are dying because of this. Someone says for Mochi and Charlie. Oh my god.
Some people criticize cat owners who use them as lazy, just to make things easier for them rather than actually better for their cats. And I strongly disagree with this. Thanks to them, my cats always have a clean litter bed to use. I've got 7 cats now, and they use...
Okay, so this guy is just a cat dad. I hope they didn't... Did he lose some of his cats to this litter box?
At the end of July, there were a couple of posts in my self-cleaning litter box discussion group which shared a video on TikTok from a lady called Carly J, who described how her automatic litter box killed her cat, a beautiful 1-year-old Siamese girl called Moshi.
Yesterday morning,
Indy Siamese.
We woke up, me and my 2-year-old daughter, and I went to find my cat, and she was hanging from her litter box. It had closed on her neck, and her body was hanging out, and there was red stuff all over, like everywhere. And she was gone.
She didn't say what machine it was, but she did clarify in a follow-up video that it wasn't an actual litter robot, but something she had bought off of Amazon. She didn't name it in this video either, but she did in the comments.
Okay, whoa. Go back to this toy because oh my God, guys, this is pretty scary. Okay, when I got Chase, okay, I went to go shop for freaking litter boxes so that, you know, because I had multiple cats at this point, and I feel like I came across this and then I ordered one and then I returned it. What is this? And the toy? Oh my God.
I immediately started testing it straight out the box as shipped and had my fears confirmed.
That's crazy. That's insane. It's literally a death machine. How did this get mass produced, man? Anyway, the good news, guys, I've checked some of the updates, is that a lot of these machines have gotten pulled from Amazon and Wayfair because of everyone talking about it right now. But if you guys are very curious, okay, One Man 5 Cast, the YouTube channel, actually has a link here, https://gop b.co/dangerous machines. It's a list of the machines you should not touch. And if you are thinking about buying a cat machine, or if you know someone that's got a new cat and is thinking about buying a cat machine, okay, bring them to this video, send them to this video, make sure they don't accidentally buy one of these cheap knockoffs that are basically just execution machines for their beautiful new loved cats. That's so sad. Here are my boys, by the way. Indy and Chase, they don't really like each other. Well, this one doesn't like him because he jumps on him all the time. Where you go? This is Chase. He's got that evil, mean looking face. But he's a cutie. He loves terrorizing Indy in the morning. In sad news, guys, we do have some more passings of a lot of voice actors. For the past month, a lot of famous voice actors have been leaving us, man, including the legendary James Earl Jones, known for Mufasa and Darth Vader, and Peter Renaday, the original voice of Master Splinter. And James Earl Jones passed away, I believe, at the age of 93. And Peter Renaday passing away at the age of 89. Oh my gosh. Thankfully, these guys got to live a long, sounds like very lasting and promising life. Being in your 90s and still living is pretty freaking awesome. But oh man, so sad to see them go, man. Seeing Mufasa and the Darth Vader, these guys are absolutely legendary voice actors. So rest in peace to the gang. This one also being sad too as well. The Japanese voice actress of Sailor Jupiter, Emi Shinohara, has passed away. So yeah, I just don't know what's up with the news recently with voice actresses just passing away. She was only 61. Yeah, in case these are some of your favorite voice actresses, I just want to let you guys know that they're gone. The homies are gone. The thing about being a voice actress, which is so great, is that your voice is immortalized in all of these cartoons and these shows for people to watch for years and years and centuries to come. Really quickly, a lot of you guys were asking actually for the Apple event that happened about 2 days ago, and some of you guys were wondering, TLDR, should I be buying myself a new phone or a new AirPod from AirPods? Do I need some new gadgets? Is what they're announcing worth it, or is it just the same thing over and over and over again? And the short answer, I think, is yes and no. I think it's always going to be the same thing over and over again, but I did hear that there were some pretty cool like new updates and upgrades that might be worth investing to if it's, you know, caters to you. So I'm gonna give you a quick TLDR of what you probably need to know, the prices and whether or not you should buy it or not. This article by USA Today basically summarized it really quickly for you guys, saying that Apple launched its latest entry into the smartphone market and major upgrades in wearables as its Glow Time event on Monday. The Silicon Valley giant unveiled the iPhone 16 range with an on-device artificial intelligence capabilities across the models. Apple CEO Tim Cook said the new line raises the bar for what an iPhone can do. You get entry-level AirPods were brought under the AirPods 4 banner with potential hearing aid and hearing test capabilities. And the Apple Watch Series 10 was also announced Monday with a potential sleep apnea detection feature, which is pretty good. I know a lot of people that have sleep apnea, right? They have trouble sleeping. If you got a watch that helps you detect that, that's pretty good. The pricing, the iPhone 16 Pro starts at $1,000 for the 120 gig option and $1,200 for the Pro for the 256 gigabyte, which means if you want even more space on your phone, You got to drop 13, 14, 15, freaking 100 on these bad boys to get the max of the max of the max. As for just the basics, the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Plus, those start at $800 for 128 gigabytes and $900 for 128 gigabytes as well. So you're starting either at a lower range of 800, you're going to probably be maxing out somewhere around 15 to 1600 if you get all of the gadgets and all of the RAM and the gigabyte. As for the new AirPods, the AirPods 4 price and availability, the company revealed that the AirPods with 2 models under their name. The company said that it redesigned the shape and acoustic architect with richer bass and crystal clear heights with personalized spatial audio. The AirPods 4 will have 1 model with noise cancellation and an entry-level model updated for the first time since 2019. Without it, the AirPods 4 are available for pre-order. It's going to be retailing at $129 with the non-noise canceling and $180 for the noise canceling. I will say, guys, and I'm not selling this because I don't have Apple or anything like that, but these things are pretty good. I use it for the gym all the time. I love the noise cancellation. I like also too, when I'm in phone conversations, sometimes it knows I'm having a conversation, so it quiets everything out. And then when I'm done, it kind of cuts things off. It's a little bit smart, so it kind of knows if I'm listening to music, if I'm switching in and out of talking to a conversation. It's pretty cool and it's comfortable in the ears as well. And finally, the other big thing I think you probably guys need to know is that there is a new Apple Watch. Okay, it's called the Apple Watch Series 10, which has a larger case. It's going to clock in at 9.7 millimeters thick. The watches will be available for pre-order on Monday. They hit stores September 20th, starting at $400, $500 if you want GPS plus cellular. So yeah, you got a new watch, you got a new phone, and you have new AirPods. Is it worth getting these gadgets? I would say yes and no, right? If you got like the previous iteration, like last year, probably not. But if you're kind of like me or some of the people that I know that just kind of like sit and wait for like a big update, like let's say it's been like 4 or 5 years since you got yourself a new phone or something like that, or a new watch or any of these things, I think coming in every 3 or 4 years to come in and get one of these gadgets is worth it. Specifically, some of the functionality seems to be pretty nice. And also, if you just got the money to pay for, upgraded gadgets, and your old phone is probably just dying because it has no more Wi-Fi anymore, because you guys know how those batteries be burning out after a long period of time, I'd say go ahead and get on this. And if you guys are planning to grab yourself some gadgets and gizmos, or you have some at home right now that might be a little uncovered and unlayered, then hey, I'm glad to announce that today's video is sponsored by Dbrand. Dbrand is a company that excels in making heavily customized accessories for electronic devices. Phones, laptops, gaming systems, controllers, AirPods. If you can think it, they definitely have it. September is a huge month for Dbrand. They already have tons of new grips and skins for the new iPhone 16 and the new AirPods 4. And something that's really cool that I've been really liking is Dbrand's all new Prism 2.0 screen protectors. It's so easy, even a child could do it. And not to completely overwhelm you guys with all the cool stuff that Dbrand is releasing, but they also just released their new Area 51 design skin, which is basically unlike any skin that they have ever made before. You guys know that Dbrand is an official partner of the channel. I've been rocking with these guys for the past 2 or 3 years, okay? It's all I really have for all of my cases. Dbrand's quality, attention to detail, and simplicity makes equipping and re-equipping your gadgets a no-brainer. So yeah, guys, what are you waiting for? You guys can click the link in the description box below or go directly to https://dbrand.com/omni. And from there, I'll hook you up with all the coolest and latest grips and skins and cases that you guys will probably need for your phone so they don't just fall out your pocket and break. And again, special thanks to Dbrand for sponsoring today's video. All right, guys, the moment you've all been waiting for, that's right. We're going to talk about the freaking debate that happened last night that everyone was waiting to watch. Former President Donald Trump versus the current VP and kind of stand-in President Kamala Harris. Okay, and yeah, I watched it last night. I got myself some snacks to watch the show. I was waiting for this. If you guys don't know, we already watched, Biden versus Trump, and it was awful. It was so bad, like on both sides, but quite literally, it was just old man versus old man, right? You have freaking Trump, and I feel like Trump was just bullying Biden, right? Biden seemed like he was sleepy, he was tired, he was exhausted. My man's got a speech impediment, right? So he stutters, right? So Donald Trump, being the bully he is, just sitting there smirking, laughing. Like it just felt like 2 old men kind of going at it. And sometimes they were making sense, sometimes they weren't making sense. Usually they were not making sense. I think tonight was a lot different though. In case you're not exactly sure what you missed out on, let me just play this clip as an opener for you guys.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Bro, Okay, Donald Trump said that in Springfield, in Virginia, in my home, right back in my backyard, people are eating pets. It's so bad out here. Inflation is so high. The economy is so terrible that they're resorting to eating the pets. Are you serious?
I want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is the
people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
The people
I'm taking it from the city manager.
The dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
You talk about extreme.
So Kamala was just laughing the entire time. So, okay, these are just some of the clips right here. And I'm going to double check that Springfield thing because I'm going to be honest. I think I did see a clip or somewhere, some type of news article where someone was talking about eating cats. But I don't think it was because like the economy, right? They were like, oh man, the Biden administration is so bad that sorry, old gal. But I think it's come to resorting to eating you. I don't think it's that. It's probably just maybe someone might be some addicts or some weird people kind of thing, but not the state of the economy because come on, bro. Come on. But Kamala, in my opinion, I think was in charge of the majority of this debate right kind of from the beginning because she kind of poked fun at the Trump rallies. She said that no one really goes to the Trump rallies. No one's really out there. It's not really hip. And ever since then, my man kind of lost composure and was angry for the first 15-20 minutes. My man was just out here yelling, angry, and on the defense, trying to kind of like defend like the points that Kamala Harris was given to him.
Tonight, even when it's not the subject that is being raised. And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires.
Okay, so this was the point that a lot of people feel was like the crutch, right? Trump is usually like, you know, he's a bully. Okay, let's just be completely frank. What people love about Trump is that he's strong, and he's a bully, and he just says it like it is, and he's kind of pompous, and he doesn't let his emotions kind of get in control, especially when he was talking with Biden. It felt like he was able to push him around, but it looked like Kamala kind of got under his skin several times early into debate, and it got to the point where he was kind of repeating himself, kept talking about China and tariffs and how he can get billions of dollars from China and how the Biden administration is the worst of all time and she's the worst VP of all time and everything is like the worst of all time. And then he would circulate over and over, and I was like, Trump, my man, come on. I want to see a good fight on back and forth, but right now she's definitely getting under your skin. Here's how he responded.
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. And it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here, you're going to end up in World War III, just to go into another subject. What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in.
So that's how we got to the part with the eating the dogs, right? It went from, yo, my rallies are pretty dope, okay? Ignoring the fact that his rallies are also the place where my man's got sniped and shot at. He actually made a comment in this freaking debate saying that he was suggesting that it was the other side that was the responsible for him kind of being almost attempted and assassinated. It was very weird. They made some crazy freaking comments, bro. There was one comment that Trump made that suggested that, yes, World War III is going to be impending and happening. if Kamala comes into to office, essentially, and also saying that if he was in office, that the Russia-Ukraine incident never would have happened. He said if he was in office, then the whole situation in Gaza would have never happened, that he would have kept Israel in check, right? Like, essentially, if he was in office, then everything that bad happened would never have happened, and everything that good that could have happened would have definitely happened with a 100% guarantee. So making sure we have equal coverage, okay? I'm dunking on Trump because I'm not used to like seeing Trump getting dunked on, okay? Usually when it's like Biden versus Trump, it's literally just Biden getting dumped, right? Like, it's just usually like, dang, bro, man. And now he's out. We got Kamala, and Kamala did pretty good in the beginning. I think she did stumble a little bit towards the middle and the end, but I think even Fox News is saying that Trump might have took an L tonight.
Look, make no mistake about it. Trump had a bad night. He rose to the debate repeatedly when she baited him, something I'm sure his advisors had begged him not to do. In the first debate when Biden attacked him, he just kept his cool and kept going. In this debate, he rose to a debate, and we heard so many of the old grievances that we'd long thought that Trump had learned were not winners politically. And there they all were, talking about how he didn't lose the election and all that. I mean, so my sense is that she came out of this in pretty good shape. Now, how long this will last and is anybody's guess. But for tonight, at least, this was pretty much her night.
You're saying she had a good night?
I'm saying she certainly did.
Sean Hannity is in the spin room.
Yeah, so if Fox News is saying like, yo, Fox News, that you guys know Fox News, they will spin every way, whatever they want. But my man was like, yeah, I think that she came out with the W on this, and Trump didn't have the best of his night. Also, guys, I did a little bit of digging. Okay, when they're talking about Springfield, it wasn't Springfield, Virginia. Oh, thank God, it was Springfield, Ohio. Okay, what y'all doing out in Ohio? Now I believe it. In Ohio, y'all be doing anything, right? But there was this clip. I remember seeing it where they're talking about this Haitian woman was arrested in Ohio for allegedly eating a woman's pet cat. Is in this, I'm not, I'll show it to you.
What did you do? Why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me. Smile with your teeth. Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with him.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
Will you call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up?
God dang, man. What's up with everybody? What's up, man? Cats, bro, are in terrible shape. What is going on? Anyway, looking a bit deeper, okay? She wasn't an immigrant, an Haitian immigrant, okay? The Haitians were mad on the internet. They're like, what do you mean? Us Haitians aren't eating cats? What are you talking about, bro? She was born and raised in freaking Ohio. The woman accused of eating the cat is not Haitian, was born in the US. She was also arrested in the city of Canton, which is roughly 172 miles away from Springfield. Police in Springfield also released a statement regarding the Facebook post, noting that there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals with the immigrant community. Yada, yada, yada. So basically, it wasn't a thing, all right? Just... Trump might have seen a TikTok that was like, man, that's crazy. And then, basically said it to the entirety of the world. But obviously, that's a big, crazy claim to say. Major topic of debate was the actual moderators when it came to this. Okay, so what they did here to kind of regulate these people so they weren't talking over each other is they both have mics and they would mute the mics, so that they couldn't talk over each other. Even if they tried, it'd be very hard to hear it. So it was a pretty good thing to implement because back before, I don't remember which debate it was impossible to basically, Trump, I think, was just talking over Biden like nonstop, and it made it like impossible to have like a fruitful conversation. It's a good tactic, by the way. Talking over your opponent was a great tactic, in my opinion. You could just take up their airspace and you could just bully them live, right? But that didn't happen this time. But the moderators here, a lot of people felt like was stepping in to basically correct and fact check Donald Trump like on the spot. There was one point where they were talking about abortion and the abortion laws and what they would do. And what essentially happened here most of the time was they would ask these candidates a question, right? They'd ask Donald Trump, hey, simple question. Do you regret anything from the day when the insurrection happened? Do you regret anything, right? Won't answer the question. He'll talk about something for 2 minutes. Okay, but simple question, yes or no, and then just completely dodge the question. This happened over and over where basically, even sometimes on Kamala's point as well, where it felt like they were just avoiding the question. They would use it to kind of post their points. I would say Kamala was a lot better when it came to answering specific questions, but there were times where she was kind of like dodging the issues when they were talking about like policies or prior policies. So I feel like it was mainly Donald Trump specifically dodging everything. Because I feel like the questions they were asking were pretty incriminating. One of them where they talked about like, how he basically got Roe versus Wade overturned. And Kamala said that if she was back in office, she would bring it back. And he was asking him like, hey, Donald Trump, how do you feel about it? And he was saying that he supports the pregnancy, but then there's another clip of him saying that he doesn't support certain laws and abortions. He's kind of been flip-flopping, right? Saying whatever he needs to say at any point in time. And the moderator was trying to get a point from him. And he was saying something that in a lot of states that after the baby is born, you can kill it. You just, all right, now the baby is born and now you can kill it, right? And I think the moderator had this to say to his point.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, I want to get your response.
So quite literally was just like, he said it, right? He said a lie. He just said something that was just false. And she was just like, yeah, no, it's not legal. There's no legal. Anyway, Madam Vice President, let's talk about you. Let's just move on kind of situation. So a lot of people were calling out Donald Trump on a lot of his lies immediately on the spot. I didn't see the same kind of energy towards Kamala, and I don't know if that's because Kamala was more accurate or not, but we know how this works.
Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
She wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison? Huh?
Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
What?
Well, I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentencing. And let's be clear, where each person stands on the issue of what is important about respect for the rule of law and respect for law enforcement. The former vice president called for defunding federal law enforcement, 45,000 agents, get this, on the day after he was arraigned on 34 felony counts. So let's talk about what is important in this race. It is important that we move forward, that we...
Wait, pause. If that's true, that's... Are you telling me after he got indicted, he moved to defund 45,000 federal... My man said... That's pretty hardcore. Not gonna lie, bro. Like if you are in power and you're over here basically getting prosecuted, like let me just get rid of all the prosecutors. Let me defund the police so they can't get me. Hey, that's pretty hard. Not gonna lie. Hey, that's pretty hard. A little bit tyrannical and dictatorish, but if that was the same day, if that was the case and that was the response, it does seem like what she's basically saying is that Donald Trump is basically trying to use his power as becoming president to basically nullify all the things that he's ever done. Okay, saying that he's done nothing wrong and that he's going to nullify all of it, and then everybody else that was basically coming at him are going to be put in jail, and everyone else is going to get destroyed, bro. He is out here. He's even used the word, I think, bloodbath or something, but I think Kamala said to describe like what's going to be occurring. He's a lot of extreme words that he's using to basically say like a lot of terrible things are going to happen with Kamala and Harris and president. Throwing the words like World War III, I think trying to just scare people, right? It's which usually works in my opinion, but I think Trump was like off his game. He was thrown off the loop. He said that he, does not accept that he lost the election. He still believes that the election that happened with Biden when he became president, he does not acknowledge that the president of the United States was Biden and that he actually lost. He does not accept it. So in summary, it feels like Trump kind of beat himself a lot in this debate just because he lost is freaking cool. My man got really upset and he just kept yelling. He just kept like, and she was laughing. She was smiling. She was chilling. She was relaxed. Like she was posed. She was making fun of him. She basically took his role as well. So a lot of people felt like he wasn't kind of showing his power that he could show just because he was in the position of either always playing defense or being very emotional and being old man yells at cloud type situation. Republicans, for what I understand, seem to have an issue with the fact that the moderators feel like they were on their side, which I would probably say that I agree with, but maybe it's because Trump was saying some outlandish things. But yeah, the moderators were trying to basically, fact check. And for what I've been seeing when I watched the debate, the moderators kept fact checking Donald Trump. So I don't know if it's because Donald Trump was just outlandishly lying or if Kamala wasn't lying or if they just didn't catch Kamala in any of the lies. But a lot of people felt like it was the moderators and Kamala Harris versus, Donald Trump, like it was a 3v1 versus a 1v1 type situation. I think that's the narrative that they're kind of going with. So yeah, while I think that Donald Trump got the W when it came to his debate with Biden, I think this one was an L. I think my man's was just a little too flabbergasted and Kamala was a little bit too cool-headed. Even if you don't agree with everything that she said, or you think that what some of the things that she said she might have been a lie, she kept her cool throughout the entirety of the time and she was able to like articulate her thoughts a lot better than Donald Trump, who seemed to got his jimmies rustled. And then immediately after the debate, oh boy, now this one is a freaking nuke. Taylor Swift, that's right, she came out and endorsed Kamala Harris. Taylor Swift, you guys don't know, is got influence over influence. The Swifties, I know you guys are in there. I'm a little bit of a baby Swiftie myself. I don't consider myself a Swiftie, but when I hear like Taylor Swift on the radio, I don't cut her off. Like I don't go out to seek her music, but when I hear it, I listen to it. I usually don't cut it off. And I find myself knowing the lyrics to like all of her songs. I think she's got boppers. Some people think she's overrated, whatever. I don't even really care. All I know is that when I hear her music, I'm usually in the mood to sing it back, right? That's how I feel about Taylor Swift. But yes, she's got one of the biggest, hardcore, largest fan bases in the world. I'm talking about millions on millions on millions, bro. She controls the masses. And she endorsed the debate and signed it as a childless cat lady. Oh my Lord. This is big. This is huge. That means that's a lot of votes. That's a lot of people being like, oh, Taylor Swift told me to do XYZ. I will do it. What did she say specifically? Like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already, now is a great time to do your research on the issues at hand and at the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you the most. As a voter, I make sure to watch and read everything I can about their proposed policies and plans for this country. Recently, I was made aware of the AI of me falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run was posted to his site. It was really conjured up my fears around AI and the dangers of spreading misinformation. It brought me to the conclusion that I need to be very transparent about my actual plans for this election as a voter. The simplest way to combat misinformation is with the truth. So yeah, if you guys don't know, yeah, they used AI of Taylor Swift to fake endorse. It was a fake endorse. That's where we are. We're in the dystopian future of 2024 where they're using AI to fake endorse. That's wild. Anyway, she said, I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she is steady-handed, a gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of running mate Tim Walz, who has been standing up for the LGBTQ rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades. I've done my research and I've made my choice. Your research is all yours to do and the choice is yours to make. I also want to say, especially to first-time voters, remember that in order to vote, you have to be registered. I also find it's much easier to vote early. I'll link where to register and find early voting dates and info on my story. With love and hope, Taylor Swift, the childless cat lady. Damn. So that's it, guys. That's what happened with the debate last night. It was actually wild. I mean, I don't think it was the shit show that we had saw with like Biden versus Trump. That one was really bad. But it looks like Biden getting out of office and letting Kamala come in the way to do her thing. I think she's a prosecutor. She's been doing this for a while, talking and stuff. It did lead to her having a W. I don't know if they're going to have another debate before the vote, but if I'm Trump, I would want a second chance because My man's just wasn't 100% in there. Okay, Trump is pretty good. I think Trump in debating is one of his strongest points, quite literally. But he took the bait from Kamala so many times that he wasn't able to actually like break her down in the way that he could have. And it started staring to the points that were basically like things that he couldn't defend himself against. Like, yeah, the dude is a criminal. He has to defend himself about like all the things that he did. Like he brought up all his criminal past. He kind of accidentally brought it up by talking about all of these criminals around the world and all these offenses that he said, wow, that's funny you talk about criminals because aren't you a felon yourself kind of situation fell for the bait there. And there were other instances as well where it definitely looked like he got his jimmies rustled and he couldn't focus on some of the policies maybe that he wanted to enforce. Instead, it looked like he was defending himself about like Project 2025, the fact that he had a dad that gave him a couple million and he turned into billions. And then also he was stumbling over his word talking about China and terrorists nonstop. I don't want to say that everything that Donald Trump was a lie. I don't want to say that. I'm pretty sure my man was trying to make some points and some statements. I just felt like he had a hard time communicating through it because Kamala was getting underneath his skin, so he just wasn't at his A game. That's my synopsis of the night. I definitely think this was a Kamala W. And if I'm him, I'm trying to have one more debate, one more fight. Which if Kamala, she could probably take it if she wants to, but right now, looking like a Kamala W. Let me know how you guys feel about the situation in the comments below. Do you think Kamala won? Do you think Trump won? All right, guys, all I have for today's video. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm still sick, okay? So I don't have a lot of energy, so I'm just gonna run out of here. I love you guys. Y'all take it easy, okay? Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you on tomorrow's video. All right, gang, y'all take it easy. Brush your teeth. Peace.